Happy International Women's Day to all the women out there. Hello and greetings from the eccentric side. My name is Uche and I welcome you to this week's episode of The Eccentric Side. So, if this video makes sense to you, don't forget to like this video, share this video to someone, and ensure you are subscribed to The Eccentric Side. And now let's begin. So, according to research I found today, as at 2024, the World Economic Forum said it will take the world at least 133 years to get to where it needs to get to for true equality between men and women to exist. And ironically, here in Nigeria, and we are going into politics, it looks as if we may even need longer for us to get where we need to get to. Because this week alone, two of Nigerian politicians, for weird reasons, were affected by the male dominated politics landscape in the country. Let me explain. Starting from Lagos, where the newly appointed Speaker of the House, Honorable Miranda, was forced to resign and give power back to the former Speaker of the House, Honorable Mojisola Obasa. And actually, I've been sharing this news, and I must confess that I've been sharing this news on this channel, and I've not really went to dig deep and see why exactly he was voted out in the first place. And I saw it today, and I was like, so this man was actually voted out based on the research that they found that there were allegations allegedly of money laundering leveled against this guy about something about cars, something about the lawmakers not getting the allocated funds that was distributed to him somehow, and then the money got missing along the line. And I was like, so despite the fact that he has been accused of something, the attention does not seem to be around let's help him prove his name, let him defend himself. Instead, it's about tussling for power. Who would rule the Mudashiru Obasa, who has been the speaker for as long as I can remember, or Mojisola Miranda, the young, vibrant woman. And I know when she came into power, there were the celebrations about someone young, someone fresh, someone different in the Lagos political space, and then this happened. And news I caught that the president was one of those who instructed, and I keep saying this word repeatedly, instructed, people instructing actual lawmakers on what to do, actions to take, and being instructed about what they did wasn't legal. It was the court system instructing the lawmakers to take certain actions and interpreting what they did as lawful, and the lawmakers will listen. It's a different matter. But when we have the political class, unelected political class in some instances, the president is elected, but then other leaders of the party aren't elected by the Lagos State people. So when we have unelected political figures instructing members of the or lawmakers of either the Lagos State House of Assembly or whatever House of Assembly we are talking about in the country across board, and they are now taking those actions, it brings to bear a certain problem in the political space. Because if just these people can make decisions about our decision makers, what then is left? Why do we have elections? We will be able to change what is going on in our various state house of assemblies with these people, overseeing everything that they do. Because if we say we want X now and they say they want Y, it looks like their Y is going to be filled over our X, because they are the ones with the key to the kingdom. And on the other hand, across the country, because it looks like it's a regular thing where you are accused of something, instead of you to defend your name shamelessly, you would want to hold power and make decisions over allegations that were leveled against you. And over in the National Assembly, the saga between the Senator Natasha, and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio took a darker turn this week, where Senator Natasha was suspended from the Nigerian Senate by the disciplinary commission or committee. So in the Western world, I need to explain this properly. So in the Western world, when someone is accused of something, the honorable thing to do, the proper thing to do, is you step aside, you clear your name, then you come back. Most especially if it's coming from high places like this, and it's coming within this kind of period. You clear your name. And instead of doing that, what seems to have happened was there was a committee that, I must add, it looks to be, to me, to be loyal to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. They sat and took decisions on Senator Natasha, and then they issued out their punishments, while the person that is being accused of certain issues remains where he is. And this is a problem, because if he has stepped aside, proven his name, defended himself, because I'm not saying that because she accused him of inappropriate actions towards her. I'm not saying because of that it means he's guilty. I'm not the team of people that believes that you should believe all women. That is not me. But the simple fact of what I believe is that, first of all, she's making some allegations. Did they happen? Do you have proof? She has brought her own. Defend yourself. I know his wife came out to speak on his behalf, but I don't know. I've not seen. If I've seen one, let me know in the comment section below. I do not know if he has actually come out to defend himself, to say this was what happened. I never did XYZ towards her. Instead, this was what happened. I don't know if, it happened like in that manner, but he does not seem to have done a lot when it comes to defending himself or replying to her. What it looks like, and that may not be what is going on behind the scenes, but what it looks like is that she made allegations. It may or may not be true, and then he wielded political power to destroy his political enemy. That's what it looks like. Because now she has been suspended for, that's not Senator Natasha now, has been suspended for 6 months, was told to return all Senate properties in her custody for the meantime, was also told to apologize. So the person accusing and making us about being treated poorly in the Senate is now being instructed to apologize. How exactly does that work? So you make an accusation. On the other hand, you are being made to apologize for making your allegations. I know the case is in court. I think she sued him for, a huge amount of money. But then she's supposed to apologize. Let's go back to the beginning of this case. It all started when the Senate President or the Senate rearranged sitting arrangements, and then Senator Natasha was not happy with the sitting arrangement, saying that they were trying to shun her and move her to a corner where she won't be able to speak clearly and speak freely. And the Senate said that was not their intention, and she, as a young senator, should know that, because for someone that is young in the Senate, she has been given a lot of power, so they're not trying to silence her. and so she should not convert the Senate to a content creation hub. And it makes me think that if those sitting arrangements hasn't been done, maybe all these allegations of, you know, bad behavior towards her, I don't want to call the word, allegations of bad behavior towards her will not have come out. Maybe all the other issues that are popping up left, right, and center about our Senate President Godswill Akpabio will not be popping up if they just left her to sit where she wanted to sit. Now, I believe that all this is happening because of one reason and one reason only: participation in politics by women. I know the Nigerian country right now does not seem to be ready for a lot of women leaders, a lot of women making things happen. But dear women, if you do not make the decision to run, if you do not make the decision to fight for your rights, nobody will fight for your rights for you. And that is my opinion on this matter. Because if the Senator, Senator Natasha, he's facing a panel, and then she had proper representation of women who understands what she's going through, who understands where she's coming from, who probably have faced same things themselves, she would have had a somewhat fairer hearing in the committee. Generally, as human beings, whether or not it's intentional, there's always that possibility that when it comes to issues, we would want to support our kind over the other. So we want to support the in-group over the out-group. And then if you look at these things this way, I'm not defending it, but the way it is men generally want to support each other. A number of men in the Senate, I know that it's not just the Senate President that allegation has come out again, but we know that these our senators, generally speaking, are not well behaved. We saw the video of the lawmaker assaulting a ride-hailing service driver. We saw the video of the lawmaker assaulting his wife. We have seen this video, so we know that these people are not the best behaved people you can find in the country. So when it comes to taking urgent decisions, important decisions such as this, they would try not to set a precedence for other people to feel that they can come up, report, and get justice. It is normal. It is not right, but it is normal because everybody wants to protect themselves. Because if, for example, there was a law in Nigeria that says if you lie, you will go to prison, I am sure that even you that is watching this video, you may want to prevent that law from getting passed because you know that you lie. And so if you know that you lie, and whenever you lie you go to prison, you'll not be in support of the law, because when you lie, the justice system would also get to you. So because they know that if by any stretch of chance she manages to get justice, maybe the disciplinary committee instead, in some wild plot twist, decides that she is right, the Senate President is wrong, and they are going to find a way to remove the Senate President from the position for him to go and defend himself, legally speaking, they will set a precedent for other people to feel they can come up and speak. Once again, I'm not saying it is right, but that is where we'll find ourselves. So they will do everything possible for them to protect their own. And the only solution that would have made this work for the senator, whether she's right or wrong by making the allegation she has made, is if she had more people of her kind making these decisions about her. And not just people of her kind that, do not support their own. I know this phrase "women supporting women" it has become a cliche at this point, but then if she had these people around her making these decisions, at least equal out the playing field, she'd have had a fairer hearing, and I believe so. Now, the theme for this year's International Women's Day is accelerate action, and men are not going to accelerate action for women. Women need. I know that men, we can work as allies, we can work as partners, but you cannot fight someone else's battle as hard and as better as someone will fight their battles for them. If you want to go into a military, if the military, for example, wants to go and claim territory, the best people to send to maybe claim back a territory are people that are from that place, because the way they will fight, the energy they will put into regaining that piece of land, they will fight harder than anybody has ever seen. But then, if you send just people you paid, they are working for the money. When it comes to money and your life, yes, money is good, money will be spent, but the dedication towards success will not be as hard as someone who's fighting for it when they have skin in the game. So, the best way to ensure equality of both men and women is for women to do more as regards fighting for their rights. Take charge, participate, engage, lead, very importantly. And that is my opinion, that's my thoughts on these issues, regarding the Honorable from Lagos State, Honorable Mojisola Miranda, and the Senator Natasha. This video so far makes sense to you. Don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section. Give me that like, and ensure you're subscribed. Don't forget as well to share this video with somebody. Also worth mentioning this week is the passing of Dr. Doyin Okupe. He used to be a former aide to the president, and at the moment he passed away. And I hear that this is resulting to a long-standing illness. Apparently, he had a long battle with I think prostate cancer for about 16 years. And so here is wishing his family the fortitude and everything they need to bear the loss of Dr. Okupe. I hear he dies at 72, and may he rest in peace. This week as well, I caught that the popular figure Andrew Tate is in the US, and then the backlash as regards what he's doing there and where he goes from here, has been dominating the US space. People feeling that why exactly is he in the US? Why was he allowed to come in to the US? And some other people saying, well, he does not have any any suits against him in the US. He's not a criminal in the US. Is the allegations against him in a different state, in a different country, in a different continent. Why exactly should he prevent him from coming to the US? But then I watched an interview where it was clarifying that actually the suit against him in Romania is just witch hunt. And so if people ask him what he's doing in the US, they should know that he has an actual American document. He's a citizen of the US, so why can't he go back to his home country if there is nothing against him in his home country? So we'll have to see how this goes, and he will be going back, of course, to Romania on the 24th. He needs to be in Romania at least on the 23rd of March, to check back in. That is based on the terms and conditions that he signed. He can travel, but he has to come back for a check-in at least once a month. So that's all we'll be talking about for this week's episode of The Eccentric Side. If this video made sense to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, drop your comments in the comment section below. Just wish somebody a happy Women's Day. I think a Women's Month to be honest, because it looked like for the month of March, the man just came and stole it away. Anyway, story for another day. Till next time, stay eccentric. My name once again is Uche Odogo.